Today, I'm taking a look at some of the weirdest socks I've ever seen.
Thought I'd still be feeling same as the beginning. Waste of time, waste of time. Somehow you intruded, lost in your illusions. I was fine, I was fine. You got me high, but I'm sober. You make me lonely when I'm by myself. I should be free, but I'm hoping that we could be something in the end, something more than friends.
5.35 miles, 8 minutes, 50 seconds per mile, 141 beats per minute today on a cold, but at least it wasn't a windy day here in New Vienna, Iowa, and taking these weird socks out for a run. Now, this is actually the second time I've run in these, and I've been wearing these socks around just to kind of get a feel for them. They're socks that you guys have been recommending that I just had to try. Before I get into my thoughts of them, I do want to go over some disclosures. These are a pair of socks that I purchased with my own money. No one sent them to me or is paying me to make this video, and no one's going to get a chance to preview any of my footage or my thoughts before you guys get a chance to see this video on YouTube. So with that disclosure out of the way, let's talk about these socks with individually wrapped toes. So the name of the brand is Injinji. I think that if you do a search like on Amazon, like I did, there are a lot of other like knockoff versions of this same kind of sock. The idea of like having an individual like finger, kind of like a glove, but for your foot. And I know that Injinji didn't invent it, but they do have a patent on their socks, and the ones that I have are the Injinji Ultra Run Crew Length sock. I decided I'd go a little bit higher with it because it is colder out right now, and I wanted to be able to run with these like in the wintertime, but they make like a no-show version. I mean, it just seems so weird to have like a no-show sock, so you want to be like a sock minimalist, and then you have each toe individually wrapped. It's like two really weird sock concepts like smashed together in the same thing. It's kind of amusing, but you know, I thought I'd give them a shot. They have a pretty cool design on each of the like back sides of these socks, and there is lots of stuff going on over the foot. It's different levels of like compression and thickness and elasticity. So the sock does tend to mold to your foot pretty well, and I enjoy it. And wearing them, the sock is really comfortable. It takes a little bit of time to like get your toes in all of like the fingers of the sock, but once you get it in there, it actually kind of works. And I was worried because my left foot is kind of like real, like almost like club foot, just because it's been in so many running shoes, I guess. I was worried that it really wasn't going to work for like my toes, but it ended up working just fine. I actually really like wearing the socks. Running with them, it felt pretty good. I didn't really notice a difference, to be honest with you, by the time I got my foot like into the shoe. At that point, you know, I'm getting ready to run, I'm laced up, and it just felt like a sock to me. As I was running, I didn't feel really any different. Now, I'm not normally a person that is susceptible to a lot of blistering and needs like a very specific type of sock. So I'm probably not the most like sensitive person to be doing a test on the Injinji socks, but they worked well for me. I was worried that with having each toe like individually wrapped, that it would create more surface area in the cold weather for cold to get in. It's been really cold lately, and I was worried that my toes were going to feel even colder since I'm not quite yet into my winter like running shoes. But it turned out to be fine. I really couldn't tell that much of a difference between like the past couple of days, which have been cold and I've been wearing regular socks, and today, which was the second time I've worn these socks and running in them. It seemed pretty similar. I think I have paid more for a pair of socks, like a winter sock that like comes like all the way up to the knee, that has like compression into it. Like I've paid more for one pair of socks before, but this is pretty high up there. I paid $19 for my pair. So not something that I want to buy like enough to have like a different pair for every run of the week. But where I really like them is after a run. So some socks that I have are compressive that I like to have, and maybe they come up all the way at the calf, and I might not wear them so much for running, even though might be running socks, but I'll wear them for compression and just comfort after the run as like a recovery aid. And so here's where I actually found that the Injinji socks were really nice, is after a run to put my feet into the fingers and then let the kind of toes relax a little bit that way. I felt like that was really nice. I really enjoyed that. They were really comfy and cozy to have on some of these colder days here that we've been experiencing already in Iowa. And so in that sense, I really enjoyed them. But I also do already have like a lot of socks that serve that function really well. So for me, I think ultimately the Injinji socks are an interesting novelty. I'm definitely going to keep using these, but I just don't see myself rushing out to buy a whole bunch more pairs of them. Here's one other really weird thing about these is, there's like this compressive stuff that's in here. Not like super compressive, but it's like, it gives a little bit more structure to the sock. When I turn it inside out, look at it. It looks really weird once I turn it inside out. It's like super puffy. And then it extends all the way throughout. Let me get these flipped all the way inside out. It's just really unusual looking even more. So like that just struck me as really unusual. And then on the top of the foot, like there's all these like loose strands and strings and hairs. It's just like, looks like just very hairy of a sock. It's just peculiar through and through. So those are my thoughts on the Injinji socks. Let me know if you have any questions in the comments down below. I'd also love to know if you love these socks. Let me know about that too. Let me hear from you guys, because I know you guys have been telling me about it, but like, is there something that I'm missing that what am I not getting? Why am I not loving the sock as much as all of you guys do, who just so fervently love these things? I just, maybe you guys can help me see it. If you have anything else that you do want to ask or add, you can also please feel free to come by the live stream that I do every day, 3 p.m. Central on YouTube. I'd love to talk to you guys there as well. That's all I have for today, everybody. Thanks so much for making it all the way to the end of the video. Hopefully you guys are staying safe out there on your runs, and I'll see you in the next one.
Yo, what's going on?